Okay, now we're live.
Oh, we're live. Okay. We're live on Facebook now. Fred, oh God.
How many more? I don't think this show is meant to be.
I don't think it was.
I don't think so. I think the show is doomed from the start.
We're having technical difficulties before we set up with my computer. My television stops working, which is always running wrestling in the background for us to watch.
I don't think so. Oh, I have the fucking...
I told you. That's what I said.
I know, but it wasn't there before.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up!
Actually, it doesn't show on the screen. It's
exactly!
It's still your fault.
Thank you!
It's still your fault, though.
Okay, Schnitzky. You have to put that over here, because I can't read anything.
Oh, RJ has joined us, and it looks like we got Rob from WNA already.
Rob is in the house, RJ's in the house. So let's just start the show.
Start the show, motherfuckers.
Let's do the shot.
Oh, God damn it. We just did one.
I told you we were going to drink this episode. It's number 60!
Fuck. Oh, God damn it.
We won't be SummerSlam bad, but we'll get character a little bit. Character? Wait a minute, I don't want to break kayfabe. Look at this thing. I got this for Craig's birthday party the other weekend. A fucking handle.
It was last weekend.
Literally a handle.
It was last weekend, and it's already almost it's like 3/4 gone already.
I know, and this was not from the WWP. This was from your shenanigans party. It was fun, though. We had a good time.
It was a good time.
Got
Good time.
And saw some titties.
Did you?
Well, in a shirt.
That's where they usually go. They don't usually just come out whenever you want them to.
the three girls that were there. The three girls. They were his. They were my titties. They were my pythons.
You did that thing that Homer did. Homie, are you having delusions of grandeur? Alright, guys.
RJ in the house.
Did you share the video?
RJ, yeah, I did.
You did?
Uh-huh.
We got nobody on Facebook.
I mean, we could do it again, but...
Do it again! Wait, are you sharing it as you? Remember you did that last time? You shared it as WWP.
Oh, yeah, I gotta double check that.
John O'Farrell, join us. I think you did it as WWP again. We're having a lot of technical difficulties this
How do
week.
I do this, though? With the new version.
You gotta go to WWP.
Sorry, guys.
We'll be right back. Yeah, just change it. Oh, it is on.
It's on there.
It is on you.
None of my friends want to watch us.
Oh, well, we don't have any friends.
Okay, let's start it.
Alright, we're gonna jump right into the next episode of the WWP. No more fucking around here on our pre-show. Chicka, yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast! Fuck you, Fred, for fucking ruining my intro. You motherfucker.
That's what I do. I fuck shit up, son.
I hate you so much.
I'm straight hood.
We are back here on episode 60 of the WWP. We have a lot to talk about.
60 is a special number for me, Craig, because that's the person who I had sex with the other weekend, and she was that age.
I thought you were going to say she was number 60, but I'm actually... I don't know if I'm more creeped out or less creeped out. I think I'm more creeped out now. Definitely more. Yes, absolutely.
I have no comments.
No comments. Okay. Now, Fred, we took a week off. We are back here on our
Corey's mom.
On our weekly podcast. There was air quotes for our audio listeners. We're here to talk about WWE, guys. We're here to talk about Monday Night Raw. We're here to talk about SmackDown. We're here to talk about No Mercy. What are you laughing about?
We're here to talk about great matches, Craig.
Great matches?
We're here to talk about great matches.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, I'm just saying that you're the king of this podcast, and we're talking about great matches. That's all.
Oh, right. Right.
I mean, that's what we're trying. We talk about that type of stuff.
Right.
But, apparently, other podcasts talk about that type of stuff too. Should we recap or something?
It's good to be the king sometimes, right?
It's always good to be the king. But then again, when you're king, you have many enemies.
Apparently, I have a lot of enemies.
Because you're an Islander fan. No, they more feel sorry for you.
Yeah, it's more of a pity thing. It's definitely more of a pity thing. Now, I don't know if you guys have been following the nerds, but
the Wrestling Nerds Alliance.
The Wrestling Nerds Alliance. I thought we were bros. I thought we were friends. Apparently, I struck a chord with good old Rob of the WNA. And not the NWA.
I shot my mouth off a little bit, Craig.
Not the NWA. I learned my lesson.
So did I.
Did you, though? Did you, though? Because apparently a news... maybe not news, but I would say embarrassing story about myself has leaked to the interwebs. Interwebs? That's not a word. It has leaked.
Was it a microaggression, Craig? Did it microaggress you? Did it spikes? I hate that fucking word.
Why are you using it?
Because I wanted to be stupid.
Well, you didn't need to do that to be stupid. So, yes, apparently... news has spread. Now, you might be wondering, where were we last week? I was hiding in a cave of shame. Because...
It's good to admit that.
It was a cave of shame. Actually, I have been going through
You were Seamus.
I've actually been going through a lot of... and I'm actually being dead serious right now. I've been going through a lot of personal fucking things right now. So...
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Fred, you don't. I'll talk to you about it later.
We got our Black and Milds later. We'll smoke over.
Oh, you got me one too.
Yeah.
Or you got yourself too. I don't know.
No, I got one for you.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
I like to smoke things that are black and mild.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we don't need to go into me, but we do need to talk about one.
I don't mind going into you.
God damn it, dude. Fred can never break character. I mean, he always breaks character. What am I talking about? Now, okay, if you guys listen to the Wrestling Nerds... I got one for
you, CMS. Sorry, Craig. You go on. Sorry.
If you guys listened to the Wrestling Nerds Alliance 2 weeks ago... again, 2 weeks ago because we didn't have an episode last week.
Yep.
They discussed at the top of their show a very embarrassing story about me. I gotta give Rob a lot of credit here. Rob is a fantastic storyteller. He's got lots of toys, too. But he's a great storyteller. Mostly dick toys, but the story is a very embarrassing one for me. And the thing that I find the most interesting is that I think I've only really explained my personal shame about this story to one Frederick Robinson.
I mean, I'm the only person you told that to? You sure about that? It's a long time ago.
I mean, my wife knows about it, but she also doesn't give a shit. She was there.
Are you really accusing me of telling the story to our rivals? You said I would break this friendship of 20 years over some dudes from fucking 8 Mile Detroit? Really?
Yes, that's absolutely.
You really think I would do that?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Really? Okay. Well, those are some deep accusations there.
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter who told the story.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Well, I just know that, like, you know, whoever did it was like, they had probably blonde hair, they were tan, they didn't have a goatee or a mustache, so, like, it couldn't have been me whatsoever. Like, it's a complete opposite person of me. You know what I mean? Like, so it couldn't have been me.
I'm trying to understand where you're going with this, and I know
there is no joke. I'm trying to say that it was not me.
Okay. Cool.
It doesn't matter, Craig. It doesn't matter. So anyway, Rob,
yeah, no, it doesn't.
Rob went into detail about that story, and if you want to listen to it in depth, you can watch the Wrestling Nerds Alliance, their latest episode.
Or
you
can hear it from the man himself.
The man, the myth, the legend?
That would be true.
Calypso?
You can hear from Calypso himself.
We could do that.
We could do that.
Anybody down for some storytelling?
I think it's time for story time.
Story time.
New Year's WWE New Year's Revolution 2006, the second ever version of that pay-per-view. I happened that weekend to be going up with my wife, my back then future wife.
Thanks for the invite.
Well, we were going to a family function is where I was going. We were going up to Albany. That's where her family lives. Anyone who doesn't live in Long Island, New York, doesn't have any idea how far away Albany is from Long Island, but it's like a good 3-4 hours away. And we went up that weekend, visit her family, and it just so happens that weekend, WWE New Year's Revolution was being was taking place on a Sunday night. I checked with my wife, and I'm like, hey, I know we're going up to visit your family, but can we go to this wrestling pay-per-view? I'm never going to be able to go to a wrestling pay-per-view in Albany again. It's never going to be this perfect where we're going up there, we're going to be there, that I could go to this.
True.
Anyway, so we go. We have this great time. We went out to dinner beforehand. We got a little drunk beforehand. It was fantastic. I had just turned 21. Oh, no, I was just... No, maybe I wasn't 21 yet. Ooh, I might have just broke the law. I was almost 21. But here we are. We go to this wrestling pay-per-view. Now, this wasn't a great pay-per-view. There were some good moments. They had a Ric Flair versus Edge match on the undercard. It was pretty good.
All right.
It was a good match. There was a couple of other matches. There was a Triple H versus Big Show match, which was actually okay, believe it or not. For a program of that. I mean, with those two people in it. There was another match though. I believe the match was one Jerry the King Lawler taking on
the Burger King,
Gregory Helms. And this was Gregory Helms right after a Hurricane Helms heel turn, when he dropped the Hurricane Helms gimmick and decided to go on his own as a heel character and whatnot. Apparently King made fun of him on commentary for being the Hurricane for so many years, and that led to a match at this pay-per-view. Now, I've always been a Hurricane Helms fan. I was always a Sugar Shane Helms fan.
Holy shit, Donald Trump joined our fucking Periscope feed.
Oh, great. Well, hey, Donald, go fucking kill yourself. Anyway, I'm in story time, Donald. I don't have time for you. The Don. Fuck you.
You don't talk to our president like that.
All right, shut up, Mr. Jones. Now, as I was saying, I was a big fan of Hurricane, Shane Helms, whatever you want to call him, Greg Helms. So I was kind of looking forward to a new program with him being a heel. I was like, maybe he's going to go on to bigger and better things. He's going to take on... what a perfect first feud. He's going to beat, a legend, and he's going to go on, and he's going to start feuding with other people, maybe move up the ladder a little bit, maybe get an Intercontinental title reign down the line.
True story.
Now, at this show, that did not happen. Gregory Helms lost via a top rope fist drop to Jerry the King Lawler. Not even a fucking pile driver beat him. He lost to a top rope. Not even
with the signature move.
I know.
The fucking Memphis legend.
Now, I will admit,
the fist. It's a signature move, but come on, the pile driver.
Yeah.
And this was before pile drivers were illegal in the WWE, which would have still sucked, honestly.
It might have been illegal back then, I don't know. They already banned the vertebraker, which, of course, I was upset about. Anyway, okay, yes, I will admit, that was not very upsetting. That was upsetting. I was looking forward to a Hurricane Gregory Helms heel turn and subsequent, climb up the ladder. And that didn't happen, which is fine. But for Rob to accuse me of ruining my entire night and me being seething throughout the entire night is completely unfalse. It is completely untrue. Unfalse? That makes it true. No.
We had a little fireball beforehand. So.
A little bit. That was completely untrue.
Get to it. Shut up, Elias.
Elias, I thought we were bros. In fact, I have a fucking note on my paper right here. It says, appreciation for Elias. I thought we were cool, man. I thought we were cool. Anyway, so the story goes that I am seething with anger, ruining the whole pay-per-view for me. Completely untrue. Do you guys remember what happened at that pay-per-view? It was a Hell in a Cell match. John Cena defending the title against a couple of other guys, including Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, whatever. Cena retained. That pissed me off a lot more than whatever happened in this match. But then Edge cashed in the Money in the Bank and made the pay-per-view one of the most memorable pay-per-views I've ever seen live. It was a great moment. As soon as that pay-per-view ended, I did not think about Jerry the King Lawler or Gregory Helms at all. In fact, I moved on.
Right. So we move on to the next morning. Craig had sex with his wife. And,
maybe. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
I remember.
What?
I mean, I thought you told me that, but...
No.
No?
Have I ever told you anything about that?
You said you went up to Albany, but she went down on you. So, anyway, to make a long story short, the next morning...
You're really good at derailing stories. Anyway, so we stayed in Albany the night. We were at the Marriott Hotel. It was, it's like their popular pay-per-view. Believe it or not, we had seen Lita and Mickie James and Ric Flair in the lobby throughout the weekend, I should say. And Fred, I lost Fred.
You said tell the story.
And
I wasn't there.
No, you weren't. So as we're checking out Monday morning, we're leaving. I got all my bags, making sure we got everything to leave the room. The door opens. We do one last quick. We look around, like, all right, we didn't leave anything. We walk out across the hall in the fucking hotel room across from us. The door opens. Jerry the King Lawler, yes, the Jerry the King Lawler, is opening his door to get his USA Today, his complimentary USA Today, in his WWF pajamas. Yes, they were outdated WWF pajamas. It was not a robe, Rob. I'm sorry. You're getting more details wrong. Fake news. And
The fake news!
I saw the door starting to close, and he did not see me. I saw him, and I'm like, I elbowed him. I'm like, that's fucking Jerry the King Lawler. And I said whatever came to mind so that I could just see him and talk to him for 2 seconds. So what did I say? I did not say nice match, King. Did not say that. I said good match, King. You completely lied. There's a big difference between nice and good, and you are neither of them.
You said great.
You are neither of them. You lied. You lied.
Ooh.
And then we struck up a quick conversation. We struck up a quick conversation, me and King. He saw me. He seemed a little flustered because I caught him in his fucking pajamas with his USA Today. And what did he say, Fred? What did he say? Oh, you guys going to Roanoke tomorrow? Or wherever the fuck they were going? Or Binghamton, where fucking Gimmick Table is? I'm like, no. I'm not a fucking loser. I don't follow the WWE around. And then we go like...
You're not that weirdo with the long hair in the front row?
No, we're not that weirdo. I'm not that weirdo with the long hair in the front row. I don't actually have a lot of hair left. But... And then we walk away. And me and my wife will walk away. We're like, wow, that was really cool. We just talked to Jerry the King Lawler. And it wasn't until the drive home, which was a 3-4 hour drive back to Long Island, where I was like, I kind of fucking wish... I'm not looking at Periscope right now. I'm not looking at Periscope because I have not finished the story yet. Because I'm on my ride home back to Long Island, and then it hit me that I had a chance to say something to him about my displeasure of him beating Gregory Helms. And that was the moment I realized, fuck, I missed my opportunity to say something. It wasn't I was boiling, I was gonna fucking let him have it as soon as I saw him. That's just not the case.
Rob's a little dramatic.
Rob's a good storyteller, though.
He did.
I will give him credit. Yeah. He made it sound way more.
Pussified?
Yeah, he made me sound like a fucking pussy.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
Yeah, what's that, Fred?
I'm trying to come up with a funny line. It's not it.
No, nothing funny.
Rob, you said you had your little birdies around telling you stories. But guess what, dude? The reason why you have little birdies around, because you smell like fucking bullshit. That's why the little birdies hang around with you. And guess what? We're going to come up with a story. You know what? The little birdies might be flying around, but guess what? Next week, when we find out shit about you, you're going to be seeing fucking little birdies again. Because you're going to get verbally knocked the fuck out.
Ooh. I think shots are fired.
Because Yeah, a little ginger bird named Fred? Fuck off. Alright? This was the story that Craig said. And guess what? I believe him 100%. And if I could believe him more than 100%...
I want to thank John on Facebook right now.
I think his name is John Stewart, but it's John Steven.
John Steven, who is thanking me for telling a good story.
I don't know John Steven, though.
But he's thanking me for telling a good story. So I thank you, John, for liking my story, because my story is the truth. And you want to know why it's the truth? Because I was there.
That's right.
I lived it, baby.
CNN doesn't stand for Craig Central News. He's not fake news. He's fucking Alex Jones, baby.
No, I'm not. Oh my God, no.
He tells the truth. He clears any conspiracy theory out there.
Right, but Alex Jones doesn't do that. Please don't make that connection again. That doesn't help me.
Okay.
That's not helping my cause.
But let's just remind everybody this. There was a SummerSlam Showdown between the Wrestling Nerds Alliance podcast. Okay?
And
we clearly won that. Thanks to our secret weapon.
I don't think there was actually a showdown. I thought we were doing good. I thought we were friends. But apparently we're not.
I shot my mouth off a little bit, and Rob wanted to cause some shit more. But guess what? Survivor Series is coming up in 2 months. It's a long road ahead, people. And apparently, they can't even get their fucking team together.
Well, I mean...
they can't even get their team together. Because I listened to their podcast on Friday, Craig. And
they recorded on Tuesday?
Yeah, exactly. They spent 3 days jerking off to how fucking funny they thought they were. Took them a long time to
come up with good jokes?
Yeah.
Like what just happened to you right now? Anyway.
Hey there, Rob.
So Rob,
Fidel Johnson, son.
So Rob, we will see you in 2 months for Survivor Series. So you better watch out. And next week, my boy is bringing the birds, and he's gonna be flipping them at you.
That's right.
All right. So now, guys,
Cardinals, Bluebirds, Blue Jackets,
Orioles,
Yankees
kick their asses.
Seagulls. I'm taking every fucking bird and I'm shoving it straight up your ass. Just remember that, Rob.
Phrase it?
Phrase this right now. I'm dead fucking serious when I say that I'm going to pound your ass. Just remember. Pounding ass.
Oh, goddamn phrasing.
Your Rudy Poo candy ass. And I'm going to eat that fucking candy for breakfast.
He said, bring it, you ginger bitch. You sound like Roman Reigns, where the only thing you can say is bitch. Speaking of Roman Reigns, Fred, we've wasted
good segue, actually.
A lot of time talking about the nerds! But here we are. We have 2 weeks worth of wrestling to catch up on. We don't have to cover
We
everything.
can't talk about 2 weeks of wrestling.
No, I mean, I can
we spent 20 minutes on a fucking story, so let's...
Yeah, so here we go, guys. Wrestling. Let's talk about wrestling. This week and last week, we've had 2 great segments, again, with Roman Reigns and John Cena. What is happening right now? I mean, these are 2 guys that have been kind of like our like driving points to everything that we've complained about in wrestling for the last 2 years. And yet, here they are, feuding with each other, giving us very good television.
Yeah, I mean...
Fred doesn't agree.
No, I agree. It's been kind of cool, actually, because on one hand, they're, providing us with good television,
very
good promos and stuff like that. A couple things are weird about... Well, no, I'll get to the good points of that. They both fought Jason Jordan the last 2 weeks.
Right.
So, on that hand, they give Jason Jordan the rub because they spent a good amount of time trying to beat Jason Jordan. So, we all knew that Jason Jordan was going to lose. So that was kind of... But, ultimately, he did have a good match. So, in the long run, that will help Jason Jordan out, which is cool.
Right.
The only thing I don't really agree with is that Roman Reigns says they're fucking having the best year ever, and they're fucking selling out crowds. And I don't know, Craig. I've seen a lot of pictures on Twitter lately about the house shows and the regular shows and the crowds that they're showing.
Yeah, I was just.
And there's a lot of fucking
show.
empty seats there. Like, if I got a ticket the day of the show, I think I could probably get a front row ticket and sit next to that fucking long haired guy, faggot dude.
What is with that guy, by the way? Can anybody explain to me?
Dude.
I don't know
how that happens.
Can we go on a quick segue here? Because how does anybody possibly afford to do these, sit in the front row of every
show,
fucking show,
and pay-per-view?
I mean, don't you have to work to have money?
Correct.
Yet these guys are at Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, NXT tapings.
And I'm sure house
I saw
shows,
I saw the Mets fan that's at every game at the fucking Mae Young Classic. So, like, what the fuck is happening? How do you do these things? Anybody explain to me the logistics of that, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, back to Reigns and Cena.
But let's say like he's like let's say he's like super rich, right? And like he doesn't have to ever work. Why would you possibly spend your money on fucking WWE shows?
Yeah, no, there's so much better ways to spend your money.
I can see going to front row to WrestleMania if you have the money. Like, that's fucking awesome. You know? Going to WrestleMania, front row, that's fucking amazing.
That's a great experience.
Cool. I'm totally down with that. Right, as people are saying, $300-$700 a show, you know, front row's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
You know, well, anyway.
And they purposely position themselves so they're on TV every week, too, so that they become some kind of, like, internet celebrity or Twitter celebrity. Like, oh, look at the guy with the long hair. Oh, look at the guy with the Mets shirt. He's always there. What about Red Hat guy? Like,
they don't seem to really, I noticed that with that other, who was that other dude with the trucker? He would always have the trucker shirt with the mechanic shirt.
Yeah, with the red hat, right?
So they would, like, feature him. Like, they would kind of, like,
what
give him attention.
To him? Is he dead? Is he dead? Is Red Hat guy dead?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that guy.
I don't know what his name is, but
the fucking little girl with the Bailey shirt always, like, what? Like, how do you possibly go to school and go to all these wrestling shows?
I can see NXT shows. I can see NXT shows.
Right, if you live in Orlando, it makes sense.
You go to Full Sail, you probably get good tickets for cheap, you know?
If I lived next to Full Sail, I'd probably go to every NXT taping, because it'd be, like, around the block.
Totally.
But, like, all these other shows, the Raw and SmackDown and the pay-per-views, they're all over the world. They never stay in a place for more than a week, like Brooklyn for, like, one full week, and aside from that, they're just jumping all over the fucking place. How do you go to every show? Anyway, let's go back to Reigns and Cena. Let's not waste too much time on that.
So, you know, I just kind of like, I don't know. After a while, it's kind of like Roman's just saying bitch a lot, which is like kind of getting a cheap pop. And then, like, you know, he's saying like he's selling, well, the ticket sales have been great lately since John Cena. I don't know about that garbage, but
it's definitely not true.
That can't be true.
No, just look at the television. Just look at the television. There are empty seats.
We're literally looking at the television.
We're looking at SmackDown taping right now. Okay, Roman Reigns isn't on SmackDown. But yeah, wrestling as a whole has been in a decline since, I don't know, since the early 2000s. It's never been as good as it was in the early 2000s. It never will be, probably, again.
No, it never will be
again. Unless there's another wrestling boom, which I don't see that coming anytime soon. It's not going to happen. So I don't know what the fuck Reigns is talking about. And you know what? Cena is proving his worth here in this fucking program, because every week he just completely... Did I say Reigns? Cena is completely burying Reigns in these promos, as he should, because he's so much better on the mic than he is.
They're not doing a good job with, like, you know...
Protecting Reigns
because verbally...
they're exposing him, if anything.
Yeah, he exposed the shit out of them. There's got to be some physical contact at some point, and I think that Reigns...
I'm assuming that'll be this week on this Monday. I'm assuming.
You know what would have been cool? And this is to the fact that, like, Cena wins at No Mercy. So I'm going in the assumption that... My booking in my fantasy booking is the assumption that Cena wins.
That'd be cool, but I don't see it happening. But go ahead.
Okay, so, like, you know, he had a hard time facing Jason Jordan. He had basically, you know, it took him like 20 minutes or whatever, and Reigns made fun of him.
Yeah, but the same thing happened with Cena.
I would have liked... No, I'm saying that Cena happened to Cena first,
right?
And then Reigns fought Jason Jordan.
Right, and it happened to him too, right?
Yeah, okay. But I thought it would have been cool if Reigns kind of bitched, like, just threw him around like a little bitch, just to show that Cena's kind of like past his prime and
Weak
stuff like
and
that.
stuff, yeah.
And there's maybe a doubt that Cena wouldn't be able to. And Roman kind of be like, yo, this is my fucking yard, son. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I thought, like, I got what they were doing with, like, you know, that they both, you know, were having trouble with facing Jason Jordan. But it would have been cool if Roman was just bitched him out.
Right.
I don't think anyone else agrees with me, but I think that would have been a cool concept.
Yeah, no, I'm still leaning towards that Reigns is going to win this. This is all a ploy to get Roman Reigns over. And again, their method of getting Roman Reigns over is the same thing. And I don't see their logic anymore, because we've talked about this a lot in the past.
There is no logic, dude.
There's
no logic.
How do we get Roman Reigns over? Let's have him beat the most over guy in the company, AJ Styles, at his peak of his popularity before he turned heel. He beat him, and people hated that. Let me think. Well, what else should we do, Fred? Do you have any ideas?
Seth Rollins is coming back from this crazy
major long
injury, and fans are super behind him.
It's a great idea.
Beat him.
Oh, and did they accept that, Fred?
That would be a hard no.
No, that would be hard.
That'd be super fucking hard.
And then, now we're doing the same thing.
Fucking hard as fucking can be, man.
And it's so... I said this a couple weeks ago. It's so weird to see Roman Reigns and John Cena pulling the same fucking cards against each other to say that... Like, to get that heel heat with them, you know what I mean? Like, they say, I'm gonna fucking beat you because, you know, the internet hates you. You know, they don't actually say that, but you know what I mean. Like, they're going for the internet crowd reaction, but they're both doing it. But again, Roman Reigns, 2 weeks in a row, the only thing he could muster out that was worthwhile was like, oh, because you a punk-ass bitch. And I'm like... It was cool the first time, the first week. I'm like, oh shit, like that was nice. They brought out
a curse word in the PG era.
Yeah, they brought out a B-level curse word.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, that's cool. But then he did 2 more weeks in a row, and I'm like, all right, fuck you, Reigns. That's fucking lame.
Yeah. Well,
I really can't complain though, because this has been a very good build to this match.
I don't know if like Cena does it on purpose or if he's supposed to do it or whatever, but like as we've talked about before, you know, outside the podcast and inside the podcast, is like basically that like if anyone really does gets a good line on Cena, or they do shoot from the hip or whatever it is, Cena always likes to laugh and make it goofy, like and like it's deflating to the feud, because I don't know, I feel like I mean, I guess Cena doesn't really give a fuck what anyone thinks in real life, but for a feud, you gotta, like, really kind of sell that it does bother you, you know? And I've always hated that. I know that you've always hated that, too.
Yeah.
So it kind of, like, always makes that feud, you know, it always kind of deflates shit, you know? Like, I feel like The Rock and Cena could have been such a better heated program if, like...
Cena took it more seriously.
And, like, didn't have to laugh at every joke, like, ooh, like, that's so fucking funny. Like,
yeah, he was a little, like, self-deprecating in his own way. Like, I wear Fruity Pebble shirts every week. Like, no, don't say that. Just come back at Rock. Say something back to Rock.
Yeah, we know that, you know, you really don't care, but can you pretend you care?
Right, exactly.
For the sake of us, and for the sake of caring. Anywho, I mean, I think a better feud that's been going on is goddamn Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree, but it has been good. Mostly because of everything that Braun Strowman has been doing. And Paul Heyman's, of course, a fantastic mic work that he does every week. I kind of have been like... I want to say I like this feud more than I actually do, but I actually don't care. I really don't care. I like Braun Strowman.
We know the outcome, Craig.
What's the outcome, Fred?
You know Brock's fucking taking the title.
You think he's retaining?
Fuck yeah.
I'm not so sure, man. He's gonna...
It's too obvious.
Is it?
What's too obvious?
What's obvious about that?
He fucking no-sold the suplex last week, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to see what happens this week too. We still have one more week going into No Mercy. I mean, he had a great Strowman and Big Show had a good fucking. again, anytime you have a good match with Big Show, it's like, that's a fucking accomplishment. He had a great
They've had good matches. Though.
Yeah, they do. They actually have good chemistry for two big men.
Braun has, like,
that cage match 2 weeks ago was fucking great. That finish where he went through the cage, that was fucking great. And it wrote him off television because he's got, like, he needs surgery or something.
It seems like Braun and Roman have, like, the weirdest chemistry with people.
Right? Yeah.
Like, what was the, no, I'm thinking of something else. But, yeah, I you know, like, first of all, just Roman, like, before, like, think a year ago, right? You know, when Braun wasn't as big. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns sounds like a clusterfuck of a feud.
Oh my god, I would have never wanted to see that. I was listening to some old episodes of ours where we're like, oh my god, I hate the squash matches for Braun Strowman.
He's going to be champion in a year and it's going to suck and stuff like that. Like, we hated it, you know?
We did. I'll be the first to admit we were both wrong on that one.
But, you know, like, when I hear that they're going to have a match, I'm, like, fucking super excited for it. Even if it's a regular match, I get excited for it. I just know it's going to be good.
It'll be a good match. My problem, again, it's the same problem I've always had with Brock Lesnar feuds, and I don't want to go into it for too long because it's the same fucking thing. It's because he can't wrestle on Raw. He only shows up to some pay-per-views. Paul Heyman does 99% of the fucking build for him. I can't get behind any feud for Brock Lesnar anymore. I just don't care. The only thing I can get behind...
around.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I can get behind is maybe the fact that he might lose it. That's the only thing that keeps me fucking invested. It's the same fucking problem when Goldberg was champion. He fucking wasn't even on Raw every week, going into fucking WrestleMania. Yeah. Like, it's the same thing. Like, we just heard reports that Brock Lesnar's not going to be at TLC in December. So, is he dropping the title now? Is he dropping the title in November? Like, are they just going to do what they always do and have some pay-per-views without the fucking champion? Like, I don't know.
Got a bad feeling, Craig.
You got a bad feeling he's holding till Mania?
I got a bad feeling at SummerSlam. I got a bad feeling that he's retaining the title.
You're probably right. I don't want you to be right, but you're probably right. Son. I'm not going to make my prediction until next week, until I really see what happens this week. Let's move along. Let's talk about Elias. And I'm not talking about
John Steven for the support, by the way. I'm stuck on stuff, you know.
Oh, Josh has joined us on the live feed as well.
And Jan's back on the fucking live feed here.
Jan,
been a long time.
What's going on, Jan?
Material, love you every week. Thank you, John Steven. I don't think we've seen you live on the show ever, so thank you very much.
Do you watch our show every week? Because I don't think I've seen you. Maybe he doesn't talk. Maybe he might be a watcher.
No, I just, you know, sometimes it depends on, you know, your schedule and stuff like that. But, you know, it's been cool, man. Thank you for everybody for helping us out. You know, we appreciate the love, even though we act like assholes.
You know, for our fans out there, we have an exclusive offer. Exclusive. Nobody else can give you this link. This link...
Not even fucking Donald Trump can give you this offer.
No. We have an offer for a 30-day free trial for one disc to have Gamefly for a month free.
Doesn't even have to be one disc, actually.
Right. I got a two disc game for my thing. I got Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
One of the old ones. It came with 2 discs.
Yeah. So, like, for 30 days, you have Gamefly.
One at a time.
And we actually did try Gamefly. Actually, like I said the other last episode, I had Call of Duty Remastered, the original Modern Warfare.
You guys like?
I loved it. It was awesome. And, you know, canceled it. You know, I canceled it a couple days before the 30-day trial was up. Had no issues.
Did the same thing.
Returned it. You know, they said it was returned. Never gave me an issue, people like that. And so guys, if you want to do that, we have an exclusive link for our WWP viewers, guys. It's gameflyoffer.com/WWP. That's gameflyoffer.com/WWP. Now, Fred. It's funny, like, you know, because Gamefly, like, you know, back in the day, Craig, I don't know if you ever did this, you know, like, I was like a Sega Genesis guy. I had Nintendo, regular Nintendo.
Me too.
I didn't have Super Nintendo, but I had, you know.
I had original Nintendo, and then I was a Sega guy for a while.
Yeah, so you kind of relate to me.
Yeah, you and me, we were the only ones who had Dreamcast. We were the only ones.
Yeah.
We had made
That's
2 sales.
Man.
2 sales for
Unsung
Sega.
hero of video gaming, but, like, you know, during the weekend, you go to, like, Friday, right after school, you go to Blockbuster, you'd get a game, you're like, oh, the cover looks cool, right? Like,
right, the cover.
Like, you're like, look at the cover, you read the game, like, oh, this game looks awesome and stuff like that. And then you get home, and the game fucking sucks.
It always sucks.
Dick.
It always sucks.
Sucked so bad.
It was always the games with the shitty covers that were really good. You're like, all right, I'll fucking try that. I got nothing else. I have no other opinion.
Like Zelda. Just had like a fucking, like, you know, a sword on it, and that was it. It was it. Exactly. And it was like one of the best games of our lives. And like, so like, I like Gamefly just because it's cool because, you know, you don't have to,
NHL 93, yeah, fuck yeah, RJ. That's one of my favorite fucking games
and
of all time.
94 was fucking
94
good,
is
too.
actually my favorite, though.
Yeah, I had 95, too, which didn't have the blood, which wasn't as fun. But
yeah.
Anyway, so the thing is that what Gamefly is cool is that, you know, if you're, like, skeptical about a game, you can just, you know, get it on your queue, comes in 2 days, if you like it, cool. If you don't, you return it. You get a new game, anything like that. So I am actually
just try it out. 30 days.
I'm not saying it just to say it, but I am on the Gamefly train. Gameflyoffer.com/WWP. Sign up. You can even quit after a fucking day. You know what I mean? Just try it out. It's actually kind of cool.
It's actually a really good service. It's up there with Netflix if you're a really big video game player. Now, Fred, I wanted to talk a little bit about Elias Sampson, or just Elias, because apparently they dropped his last name. There's not much to say, but I just kind of wanted to give the guy a little bit of praise because...
I know you didn't like him for a while.
I actually really hated him when he was in NXT. I was not a fan of Elias.
I remember that. I was just like, did you see that the drifter Elias Sampson? I'm like, seems like a cool gimmick. You're like, he fucking sucks! What are you talking about? And you shot that shit down so quickly.
I shot that shit down so quickly. But it was because he didn't do anything. He didn't... back when he was in NXT, he didn't play the guitar at all. So I think he might have actually been learning it at the time, because I don't think he actually did play it. And then he goes to the main roster, and now he plays it, and he plays these fucking stupid-ass songs that are so lame, and makes fun of the city. It's like, it's such easy cheap heel heat.
Cheap heel heat, that's
but
fine.
But it's so fucking funny. And when he, like, asks for silence, and then, like, the people start clapping with him, and he just starts over again.
Yeah.
I fucking laugh every fucking time. And then he makes that face whenever the next guy's music comes down, he goes like, oh, you motherfucker. Like, it happens every week.
But he still
and I love, my favorite part about it is, well, besides the fact that Corey Graves fucking still hates him, is when JoJo announces him, it's like she's at a fucking funeral. She goes, ladies and gentlemen, Elias. It's the saddest sounding thing in the world. I fucking love it when they come back from commercial and I hear, and she says, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm like, yes, Elias is coming! That's all I really had to say.
No, I do. I like Elias. It's like, it reminds me of like Vicky Guerrero, cheap heel heat.
It's so cheap, but it's cheap, effective.
Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, you always have like the cool bad guys lately and stuff like that. You know, the people that cheer for the good, you know, the cool bad guys like Kevin Owens. No discredit to Kevin Owens. We'll talk about him in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But you don't have those guys that like people really fucking hate anymore.
Right.
You know, you got,
he's one that people fucking hate.
You had the Miz, who actually people are starting to like.
Yeah, no, they like him.
That fucking Miz was a fucking true heel to the bad bone.
El Vagabondo, right?
Exactly.
I forgot he did that.
What was that?
When Elias dressed up at a pay-per-view because he got fired from NXT. He lost
I don't remember this.
He lost a loser leaves NXT match, and then he came back, literally exactly the same gimmick, but he put a fucking mask on. His name was like El Bonga Bongo or something like that. It was so stupid. That's when I started to turn the corner on him, because then he got called out right after that.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, it's good. You know, it's good. Good heel heat and stuff, and you know, in an era like I said where the bad guys are cool heels and everybody cheers them because they're cool and stuff like that. It's nice for a change to actually have the real heel that people don't like. And give him his credit. I do like his wrestling style.
He's getting better. He's definitely improving.
I like it. I don't know. Something about him. I like his style. It's rough. It's gritty. He's got
the look too. You know, that helps. You know, he doesn't look out of place in a wrestling match.
He's not like Mr. Moves guy, like a Finn Balor, but he's just rough and rugged. He's just got like a, you know, it's just dirty. I don't know. I just kind of like his wrestling style. Yeah. It's something different. So, I'm down with Elias for sure.
Much
like we've called being a Miz fan way before it was cool to be a Miz fan.
Oh yeah, we did.
So now we're on the Elias train. Yeah. Much like we were on the Miz train, we're now on the Elias train.
Let's jump ahead a little bit here.
For the hipsters think he's cool.
Let's talk about what happened on Miz TV this past week.
Yeah, speaking of Miz,
this was a big program. Well, maybe not a big program, but a big segment on Raw this past week. Miz had Miz TV. He announced that him and Maurice were having a baby.
I think, right? I mean, I guess that's true.
No, it's true.
I thought it was Instagram, so I don't know if that's really true.
No, I think it's true.
Okay.
Anyway, Enzo came out. He was supposed to be the guest on the show anyway, but he interrupted the middle of the announcement, so Miz got on him. And they kind of went into real legit heat on Enzo Amore, which is
they kind of need to keep you never keep your mouth shut. That's why you get kicked off the bus. You're nothing without Big Cass now, 205, because no one else wants you around.
Right. Right. And I know.
Artie says Enzo's like a popcorn fart in church.
Popcorn farts are the worst farts. That he does have a good point. He does have a good point.
You know what's worse too? Fucking hot dog burps.
Those can last for days,
dude.
You eat a hot dog, you could be burping for 3 days.
Ooh, man, you know when someone ate a fucking hot dog when someone burps.
Yeah, Fred. I'm 90% of the time that Fred has put a couple wieners in his mouth right before he comes to this podcast because he burps all the time.
I fucking love wieners, man. For real, man. Put ketchup.
Fucking alley-oop for your fucking gimmick.
Yeah,
bro. Fucking alley-oop, and he's just boom! Fucking nailed that shit.
Boom shakalaka.
Oh my god, he's on fire. Anyway, so
why'd they never put Michael Jordan in NBA Jam? That still annoys me to this day.
I don't know.
Scottie Pippen and who else was the fucking other?
Did he quit basketball at that time?
No, he was there.
He was still there.
Yeah,
I know.
I think everybody was gonna pick the Bulls, which I still played as the Bulls on NBA Jam. Michael Jordan was I remember that as a kid. I'm like, why didn't I put Michael Jordan in there? Yeah, they had Bill Clinton in there, but not Michael Jordan.
They had a lot of weird fucking Easter egg characters in that game. There was a couple
an alien.
There was a football player too. Who was it? Fuck, I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
But
we've wasted so much time. Let's stop talking about video games.
I'm glad we're back, Craig.
Yeah, me too. No, but what I wanted to talk about Miz and Enzo is the fact that usually when there's a lot of real life scenarios that backstage scenarios that have a lot of newsworthy things, like the Lita and Edge and Matt Hardy love triangle thing. When they make a real life storyline and they bring it to the limelight and they make it a storyline on TV, they usually make it very good. Now, the fact that they just kind of threw this away on a Miz TV segment was it was good. It was good. Miz's delivery on this was so good. And, Enzo did his own thing. He was fine. But, I was like, why would they do this? And, if they're not even feuding? Because, really, it was a 1 week throwaway to throw all this shit on TV. And I'm like, you're talking about real life shit right now, and you could have used this in a real program. But, basically, fucking Miz beats him in a singles match. They move on, and now Miz is gonna fucking fight, who knows, and whoever he's feuding with next. And Enzo's fighting Neville for the Cruiserweight title at No Mercy. So I was like, why'd you do all of that just to, waste it on 1 week?
I think I know why.
Oh, you know why, Fred?
Yep, I wanted to bring it up last week.
Oh, what's that?
But we didn't do a show. So I found something interesting on WWE's Facebook page.
What's that?
Popped up on my news feed. So they had a scenario. They posted a picture. I don't know. I think it was on the site, but they posted it on Facebook as well. And they had Enzo Amore, and behind him, they had a leopard titled Cruiserweight title, and they said, what would you guys think about this title? Oh my God. So, my brain started going, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, ba, ba, ba. And I have a bad feeling that they are setting us up for Enzo Cruiserweight Championship reign.
Okay, fine.
They're testing the waters. They wanted to see what the what the people would think. And fucking think about that, Craig. Think about it for a second. That's... Okay, Enzo's over with the kids and with the crowd still. He's not X-Pac heat.
Nope.
Okay?
Definitely not.
Think about the merchandise for an Enzo title. Leopard skin printed Cruiserweight title. Think about it from a revenue standpoint for a second.
I don't know how this supports my theory of they wasted a great opportunity to use this.
Because they were saying that you can't, you can't
win the big one.
They basically
You're a
made him look like a little bitch and
okay.
stuff like that. Yeah, they were shutting him down, so he'd have to work himself up to in 205 Live.
I guess I just would have preferred Neville said this shit rather than Miz, rather than this throwaway 1 week match.
Oh, I don't know why they did it that way, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I thought they were too connected because I saw that afterwards, and I'm like, all right, well, he's clearly on 205 Live now, and
that would be such a
they're basically making
stupid idea, but they would do it. They would do it. I mean, look at the fucking...
Come on.
Look at Naomi with the fucking women's title on SmackDown. They would do it.
It's such
they like customized
a fucking
titles.
merchandise fucking revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
You're probably right.
They already put it out there. I wish I had a screenshot to show you this, but I saw it on my Facebook.
Did they delete it or something? Because I didn't see it.
No, I mean, I don't know. It was during the day. I mean, WWE post shit. It's on the website probably. Yeah, but they posted it up like, what do you guys think of this? And I'm sure there's a million fans like, that would be cool. I'd buy one.
Oh, Kevin has joined us on Facebook. What's up, Kevin?
K-Dog!
K-Dog has joined us again.
In the house.
He's back. I don't know.
Love K-Dog.
I thought what Miz said... Miz has become one of the best promos in WWE right now, by the way. He's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
I almost want to see him and fucking Reigns go at a feud right now. I think that's a perfect fucking feud for Miz to get him... You gotta start fucking rewarding your fucking... Your I don't know. You gotta start rewarding your people who are fucking... working every week and honing their craft. You gotta start rewarding Miz at this point. And an Intercontinental title is not gonna do it anymore. Let him lose or just let him leave that division completely. Let him move on to a main event thing. Like, we're at the point where Miz has been a fucking top level heel for over a year now. And when are you gonna actually start fucking rewarding people who are fucking great at what they do?
Well,
instead of people like Brock Lesnar. Why is Brock Lesnar a champion and not Miz? Miz has been so good.
He's a draw. Gets that huge pop when he shows up.
Yeah, I mean, because he's not there every week. If he was there every week, I feel like people wouldn't care anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But
I've actually thought of this. Like just random shit. I think of wrestling things, kind of, and whatever.
Yo, what's up, Chuck?
And I wish blood was allowed in the WWE because This is what I think of the Miz at this point. I think of Miz as still the chicken shit kind of guy. He cuts great promos. He shows up, but as compared to a Reigns or a Cena or something like that, I consider him like a weaker chicken shit kind of guy between them, right?
Absolutely.
I would love a feud where he faces one of those guys and it goes on and they have a street fight. That's where I see it. Like Miz. Okay, Miz needs to show that he's tough enough to have the Universal title. He needs to show that he's a badass.
Okay.
So if he had a street fight or a no-holds-barred match, no disqualification match, where maybe he, bladed, got cut open. Kind of like what Stone Cold happened to him at Bret Hart WrestleMania 13.
Okay, I knew.
And you show that Miz is a fucking... behind the suit, behind the slick back hair, behind the sunglasses... shows that he is a fucking tough motherfucker.
Right, he's a workhorse.
He can lose the match, that's fine.
Yeah.
But he gets up on his own 2 feet and shows that he can fucking hang with the big boys.
That's a great fucking idea.
That would make Miz... That's it. I don't know.
I thought you were going to say one more. That would make Miz...
No, because what else can I say? And one.
And I'm done.
Because that's it. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. That's what he needs. He needs to show that he's fucking tough.
Yeah. Yeah. As Chuck just said on Facebook, that's his moment. That's his moment that he was talking about a couple weeks ago. Remember when he was talking about, where's my moment? This is the moment. You gotta fucking capitalize on Miz before he becomes an afterthought. You can't just have people fucking, like absolutely owning it in the ring or on the mic or whatever, and you can't just like let the opportunity pass by. Think about Rob Van Dam when he first joined WWE. He was the hottest fucking thing in wrestling. He got he got a bigger pop than Stone Cold during the Invasion angle, and you cannot argue me that he didn't, because he was so fucking over. And what they do, they kept fucking burying him. They put him in main events, but he would always lose. He would always lose. He would lose and lose and lose and lose and lose. And then basically, after 2 years, people were like, alright, well, he's not a main eventer, so I like him. Yeah, Rob Van Dam, cool, but like, not that fucking crazy pop he used to get anymore. And then they finally threw a world title on him during fucking One Night Stand. Like, don't waste an opportunity for a guy who is fucking nailing it every week. You can't do that. You're wasting a fucking year of a WWE title reign. I mean, whatever, Universal title reign on Brock Lesnar, who's not there, dude.
Right.
and Goldberg before that. When did Goldberg win the title? I mean, this
Survivor Series.
So we're going on a year of a part-timer winning the fucking title. Like,
yeah.
No, he didn't win it at Survivor Series, did he?
Royal Rumble?
No, he won at the pay-per-view before, didn't he? I don't remember. Anyone remember? I'm pretty sure he won it like right.
He beat
Kevin,
Royal Rumble something.
He beat Kevin Owens like the month before WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm getting confused.
End of the line, is that what it's called? Not end of the line. Payback?
Road Rage, not Road Rage. Road something.
Road Rash? Road Rash? We're gonna talk about more video games.
That was a good game, actually.
It was a fantastic game. All right, we have a couple other things we got to talk about. I want to skip to. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about another guy who's been very underutilized for a while, but they're finally doing something with him.
Fastlane, there you go. Thank you, Josh.
Fastlane, thank you, Josh.
Factual.
Let's talk about Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. Now, 2 weeks ago, Shane McMahon attacked.
You want one more?
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh! WWP, baby, we do shots of fireball. So 2 weeks ago,
we are straight fire.
2 weeks ago on SmackDown, Shane McMahon attacked Kevin Owens after Kevin Owens provoked him. And he basically pummeled him. Kevin Owens did not defend himself at all. And apparently it was a ploy. He was going to sue them. Did this whole big thing. He threatened it for, in front of Daniel Bryan.
It's for The Miz.
For The Miz. And then they, this week, decided that Kevin Owens was going to sue WWE. Vince McMahon was going to come back. He was going to confront Kevin Owens. He was going to verbally berate him. And Kevin Owens fucking... I mean, this was a great Kevin Owens segment. He fucking headbutted Vince McMahon, and he fucking started bleeding. And I don't know how they did this. Because I don't think he hit him that hard where he started bleeding. Like,
no, I think he did.
You think he headbutted him so hard that he started bleeding? Because I kind of thought maybe like they.
I watched it a couple times. I mean,
no, he definitely bleeded. There was no question that was real blood. I mean, you saw the blood start to swell up and then start trickling down his face. That was completely real. But what I'm getting is like,
if you really headbutt somebody, they will bleed. I mean,
I fucking bash my head all the time and I don't bleed. Like, I'm a fucking clumsy motherfucker.
What do you bash your head on?
Tang. I saw your game. Sorry.
Take your shot, motherfucker.
All right. Oh, you took yours? I don't know. Go ahead.
Clumsy motherfucker.
What do you think, Fred? What do you think of this Kevin Owens segment with Vince and Shane?
It's great. Fuck, man. Kevin saying Vince was so coked up and asked him to do that shit. I believe you, my friend. But it's not... Yeah, Vince, I mean, fuck, we make fun of him all the fucking time and tell him he should fucking die, but give it to him, Yeah. He will fucking do what he's got to do to get the shit over. And, we've been saying this for like a couple months now that since, Jericho left, that kind of Kevin Owens has kind of been floundering around and stuff, doing his Face of America thing that really didn't get over, and then doing the thing
we were completely wrong about that.
We were trying to give it a chance, and it never really went anywhere.
We were talking about that for like a couple months. We're like, oh, he'll make this work.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was bad. It wasn't that good.
Yeah, I mean... And then, he was switching the title back and forth between AJ, and it really didn't do anything for both of them and stuff. And now he's going to face Shane McMahon at Hell in a Cell, so, I mean, that's going to be pretty cool. But this was really
I think this is more
career-defining moment for him.
Yeah, I think this is more of like an elevating Kevin Owens thing, because he's been treading water since he went to SmackDown. When he was on Raw, he was a fucking Universal Champion. He was like...
I mean, he had Chris Jericho with him, which fucking helps a lot.
He was the Kevin Owens show, like, he was Monday Night Raw every week, and then he goes to SmackDown, and he's been kind of fucking treading water, so... I mean, as much as I don't want him feuding with Shane McMahon, because Shane McMahon should not be making pro wrestlers look feeble at all, like he did with AJ Styles, but... Yeah. If this is, I mean, the way they portrayed Kevin Owens this past week on SmackDown is any indication of how this match and how this feud will end, then I guess I'm okay with it, because they've kind of made me invested in Kevin Owens again. And he's one of my favorite wrestlers, but again, he's been treading water for a while now. He's
treading water for a while. I think that this has been good for him. I mean, can't really say much about it more than people have been saying and what you've been saying. I mean, like I said, it's treading water, and I'm happy this went well for him. And I'm glad it went hard way. I mean, it wouldn't have been the same without it. I guess he got lucky. And
that was a great visual.
It was a great visual.
Great visual close up of Vince McMahon.
Same thing with when Kurt Angle headbutted Samoa Joe when his TNA debut, and
that was great. We watched that live. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that match didn't really need blood, but it definitely added to the match and to the segment. And I'm happy for Kevin Owens. He's got the mic skills. He's got everything, man. I mean,
he doesn't have everything.
He doesn't have the physique.
No, yeah, that's the one thing.
That's never going to change, though.
That's never going to change, but, I mean, we got to remember who's still in charge. It's the same guy he headbutted is Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And we know Vince McMahon is fucking physiques. He loves big, strong, masculine men, and Kevin Owens is not going to be that. He never will be that. So that's why I'm like, I'm excited for this program, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not...
Shut up, RJ.
It's yeah, like Fred, exactly. Just like Fred. It's still Vince McMahon. He's never going to be 100% on board with the Kevin Owens train until...
But I think he is now, though.
You think? I mean, yeah, you're probably right. I mean,
he let him fucking headbutt him in the fucking face.
You're right. You're probably right.
I mean, Vince didn't have to do that.
No, you're right.
He could have been like, fuck off. I don't give a fuck about you.
That's a good point.
And he let him do it. So
this should be a good match.
I don't know. I think I hope and I think that Vince has turned a fucking heel for him. Is that a saying? I don't know. I'm a little drunk right now.
Kevin says he's really surprised that they allowed that to happen because of the concern of concussions.
True that.
That's a good point. I mean, WWE has been all about.
Don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, when it's involving Vince himself, I'm sure he's like, I can do it. I'm Vince McMahon. I don't give a shit, you bitch. I'll never forgive your mother for giving birth to you in the end.
The mother line is the single best fucking wrestling line I've heard in the history of me watching wrestling.
That is a
I'll
line.
never forgive your mother for giving birth to you. Oh my god!
That is so frequently said amongst me and our group of friends. It's like we use that all the time for everyday situations.
But it's so funny because I was watching that at the time, and my mom had walked in, and she just knows that the McMahons are fucking crazy. She doesn't really, she obviously don't watch wrestling, but when I lived there, she'd walk in from time to time,
hey, it's just in the living room or something.
Kind of look in a second, kind of giggle and laugh and stuff. But she just loves the McMahons and how fucked up of a family they are on television. Like when Vince would do shit to Linda, she'd be like, "Oh my god, that's so funny!" Or when the Mae Young stuff when Bubba Ray powerbombed Mae Young through a table.
Yeah.
My mom fucking died. She thought it was the funniest shit in the world.
I love your fucking
My
mom.
mom loved Mae Young. Yeah, my mom is so funny because she's one of the cleanest people ever.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah, exactly.
And she's like such a goody
She's
two-shoe.
laughing at
she loves the funniest shit.
80-year-old woman getting her ass.
Yeah, like she loves like Family Guy. She loves the Mick. She loves like all these shows like that you would never think that she would like.
That's awesome.
She's
Your mom's
hilarious.
the best. Your mom's the best.
Hell yeah. What's up, Ma? She was on before. I don't know if she's still watching.
Yeah, well, I don't blame her if she's not. We have a couple last things to talk about here. We're approaching an hour of the podcast, so...
It's been 2 weeks, Craig. We can go over a little bit.
It's been 2 weeks, so we can
Come on, we can go over a little bit.
Alright, so...
don't be a bitch.
Let's talk about the New Day regaining the tag team titles this past week on SmackDown. It's actually on my television right now as we speak. Did you see this match, Fred? Because
I did.
Why? You didn't like it? I thought it was fucking awesome.
It was good.
It was a fucking great match.
I can't stand these fucking title changes,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, you're right. It was a fucking great match.
Though. No, it was a great match.
Dude, the Usos and New Day.
Usos more than the fucking New Day.
But they have fucking great chemistry together. That fucking match they had on the SummerSlam pre-show like a month ago was fucking fantastic.
And even at what was that, Battleground? Right before SummerSlam, they fought. Remember there was the count-out victory?
Yeah.
That was a really good match, too. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a count-out victory. It was the one where the Usos... No, it was the New Day one.
New Day won, then the Usos won at SummerSlam, and now the New Day won back this past week on SmackDown. But they have fucking
Usos
great...
versus New Day in a Hell in a Cell, please.
Yes, please.
I could totally see that happening.
If SummerSlam's pre-show and this past week's SmackDown was any indication of what WWE should be doing, is they should be fucking promoting these people and not give them a fucking main roster match. Give them a fucking big fucking time match. Give them a Hell in a Cell match. Why not?
True.
I don't want to see a fucking another women's Hell in a Cell match. I'm sorry. The last one sucked dick. I don't care what anybody says.
If Charlotte is the fucking champ, there's no fucking way. No way, dude.
No.
Because the other one, like you said, Charlotte versus Sasha should have fucking been awesome. But it kind of sucked.
It kind of sucked.
So Natalia's would suck, too.
Yeah. Oh my god, Natalia's would be the worst. Oh my god, are you kidding? Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I wanted to give, like, a little bit of appreciation for everything that New Day and the Usos are doing right now in the SmackDown Tag Division.
No, it's been good.
They've been so fucking good with the near falls and I love that the Usos always double team Big E and just super kick the shit out of him for a minute straight. I don't know why. It always gets me really fucking into the match. They did it at SummerSlam. They did this past week on SmackDown.
Usos are a great tag team.
Usos are fucking great. Ever since that fucking heel turn, man. Reinvigorated their career. It's fucking amazing.
But I'm saying even when they were doing the pre-show matches with fucking Luke Harper and Eric Rowan,
dude, you and me were
really good matches
closet
all the time.
Uso fans before anybody gave a shit about them.
We were in the closet for sure, and and now we're out of the closet, and we're just saying that we love Jay and Jimmy Uso. We fucking are out of the closet. We love them so much. And I don't mind being out of the closet about them. I fucking love being out of the closet. I mean, don't you agree? Don't you like being out of the closet?
I was never in the closet. I have nothing.
You weren't? You really?
No.
I've been in the closet for a long time, especially with the Usos. And now that I'm out and super out of the closet, that I'm just glad that I'm able to express myself about how much I love the Usos.
Okay. It's good. Fred,
Come out of the closet.
Come
out of the closet.
Now I'm in the closet too. Fred, I have
You gotta come out the closet oh my god!
I've been meaning to
That's my drunk laugh.
I've been meaning to ask you. Fred.
You have? What?
Now, where we last left off.
What did we last off with?
What's the current situation with Corey?
Oh, come on, dude.
I need to know now.
Dude, we have so much stuff on the docket and you're gonna bring this up now?
You broke up with her, or
I broke up with her.
You tried to.
No.
And she forced you.
No. Yes. Corey, who is a man, who I believed to be a girl at the time.
You're the only one.
Well, Craig, you're just very cynical. I may be a bit gullible at times. I may say the wrong things at times. I'll admit that.
Okay.
But Corey is officially out of my life.
Whoa! Big.
I had to go to a... Okay. I had to go put a restraining order.
Oh.
I had to go that far, Craig, because as I said on the SummerSlam Showdown with the Wrestling Nerds Alliance, the WNA...
Not the NWA.
Not the NWA. Not the nerds with attitude.
Do not make that mistake.
Not the nerds with attitude. The Wrestling Nerds Alliance. I said that she forced me into submission when I wanted to get out of this relationship, and she put me in the accolade.
You said that.
And then,
the
week after that, I tried again.
Yes.
And I protected myself. I put my back against the wall so she wouldn't put me in the accolade.
I thought you were using a condom, but yeah, go ahead.
But then she gave me the Rough Rider. So now...
Oh, yeah, okay, continue.
So now, I did what I had to do. Corey I have a restraining order on Corey. Corey is not allowed to be 100 feet from me.
Corey is X-Pac.
What does that even mean? What does that mean? I don't even get that.
I don't know, it's funny though.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Corey is Ed. Holy shit, maybe it is.
It's not Ed.
Oh my god.
You want to bring up Ed? Really, right now? You guys want to really bring up Ed? We'll save that for another week.
Oh, man.
You want to bring up Ed? I thought we were talking about Corey right now. Corey's
we're talking about Corey. Let's finish this fucking shit up. Let's go.
You brought it up, motherfucker.
Go ahead.
All right. So that's it. The restraining order is on Corey. So that's the end of that.
So Dolph Ziggler re-debuted 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He came out to a couple people's music.
Yeah.
He did some imitations of some other wrestlers.
Yeah, he did.
Gimmicks. He liked their gimmicks. And Fred, I don't know about you, but I'm not digging this gimmick. You okay? You okay, bro?
I'm just not digging a lot right now.
You're not digging a lot? What do you mean by that, Fred?
Just no, I'm good. Right.
Oh, you're okay, Fred?
Yeah.
What's the matter, Fred? You okay?
I'm good.
Fred, do you miss Corey? Okay. I think we're just going to talk about Dolph Ziggler a little bit here.
Man, maybe a little bit.
Oh. Do you miss the... Where do I go with this? Do you miss, like... the Musk of Corey? Or do you miss, like...
Yes, I sometimes I must have her.
You didn't even let me finish, but of course you would go with that. Of course.
Of course, great. Yeah, I'm trying to talk to you about something. You brought it up, dude. I didn't want to bring it up.
I'll give you that. I did bring it up.
Like, I didn't want to bring it up this week, because I was just like, dude, Corey is, like, trying to be out of my life. I'm trying to stay away from her and stuff, but I follow her Instagram and, like, you know, I'm just,
his
Instagram. And,
she's got man hands.
She's got mad hands. I mean, 2 hands, but... Oh, man hands. So, yeah, that's also true. I just miss her, dude. That's all. I know it sounds weird. I know I don't want to be in that relationship anymore. But the relationship went on for, like, a month, and I was deeply in love. And, and then to find out that balls were in my face, that was a big shock to me, and a big shock to you, of course,
Nope, not at all.
And to the Wrestling Nerds Alliance.
Nope, everybody's with me.
So it's embarrassing, because I'm straight, and I just miss her, that's all.
I'm sorry to hear that, Fred. I
miss you, Corey, if you're watching, but I know that's not right. I need to be with women, and I need to have the poontang, and I need, like, puss in my life. I can't have a guy with a wig on with, like, his balls tucked in. So, I mean, it's a big thing in my life. I mean, it
was a big thing in front of your face as well.
Yeah, it was a big thing in front of my face too. But, like, if I had...
Was it big?
Well, I don't know if it was Clifford L. Johnson big, but it was, it was...
That goes without saying.
It was bigger than this fucking Coors Light can, for sure. So...
Okay.
Alright, but, anyway, let's move on. I'm a single... It's time for me to be single Fred. It's single Fred time. Fred needs to move on. Fred needs to be a man that is straight as always and was never not straight. So let's move on and talk about the next subject.
I have a couple other things, but I think I'm good.
You're good?
I think I'm good.
Really?
Unless...
I wanted to talk about the Mae Young Classic for real, but...
All right, go for it. I didn't even have it on my list.
The list! That's right. Thank you, RJ. I'm straight as an arrow.
Every time.
And I always will be. I'm straight as an arrow. I'm not a fucking Ferris wheel. I am...
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, well, I try. I'm working on my speech impediment.
Yeah.
But the Mae Young Classic happened on Wednesday.
It did.
I think on Wednesday.
Tuesday,
sorry.
Tuesday.
My birthday. It was Kairi Sane?
Yes.
I can't fucking say anything. Versus, who was the other person? Because I don't know how to say their names.
Shauna Blazer.
Because I'm fucking retarded. And, dude, it was a good match. I liked it.
I didn't watch it, but I heard good things. I've been fucking busy. I've had a rough week.
Okay, that's no big deal. Basically, I kind of thought that Sane was gonna win because, like, what they did with the Cruiserweight Classic, which was T.J. Perkins versus... Who was the finalist on the Cruiserweight Classic?
TJP.
I said that. Who was the other person?
Oh, was it Grand Metalik?
Grand Metalik. And I guess, like, the semifinals or quarterfinals, whatever are, closest to the finals.
Semifinals, yeah.
Like Zack Sabre Jr. was in it, and they got eliminated and all that stuff. And someone else did too, and I thought he'd be in the finals and win. So I kind of thought that the UFC fighter was probably gonna lose against Sane.
Right.
And I was kind of right on that one. But they told a great storyline. What's the girl's name? I'm sorry.
Carrie.
The other one. What's her last name? I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say the last names.
Oh, Shauna? Just say Shauna.
Shauna, worked on the elbow because she has the awesome elbow. And Sane, is working on the ribs or the stomach area of some sort so that she can drop the elbow. So I thought it was a totally great story. It was a good match. The crowd was into it. The person who won, I don't think the UFC fighter is really going to lose anything from it because I think that they're going to, they're leaning towards this 4 horsewoman feud and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be fine for her.
Yeah.
The other person needed the championship more than the other one did, the UFC fighter did. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I haven't. I really wanted to watch the whole Mae Young Classic, but I only watched. No, I'm good. I watched the first round, and I actually wasn't terribly impressed with Blazer, so I was like, I don't know. I kind of thought she was a little green in the ring, which is, I mean, there were a couple women in this tournament who were a little green, but for the most part, the tournament was a success. That was good. That they established some new women.
They signed a couple people too.
Yeah, Sane's going to go to she's going to fight for the NXT title against somebody in NXT at the next TakeOver event. That'll be cool. Shauna is going to do this thing with the 4 horsewomen of WWE and UFC. They're obviously building towards that. They've built towards that already. They were at the WWE's version was at, the first or second round of the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah.
And they kind of confronted, them, and Ronda Rousey was there, and fucking the other girl who's Roderick Strong's wife was there as well.
And the other one.
Yeah, the other one. I don't even know. But Sasha Banks wasn't there for fucking whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't get that, by the way.
She's under contract. Why wasn't she there?
I have no understanding. Someone help us out here. I don't know why she wasn't there.
It was weird.
She's not injured. She's not hurt.
Yet Bayley is injured too, and she was there.
Yeah.
I guess she has nothing fucking better to do.
No, seriously. I mean, she should have been there. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. It was a little weird.
That was a little weird, but I really was into it. I thought the final was fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad though that they didn't play up to that in the finals because they kind of would have ruined the finals. Because I heard.
I think they did that on purpose, though.
Yeah,
they weren't gonna start doing that stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to devalue the whole Mae Young Classic by having some kind of interaction between the WWE's 4 horsewomen and UFC's 4 horsewomen. So it was good that they just left that out completely, and they laid out a very small beginning of that feud. They laid the seedlings, as I like to say. They could always go back to that whenever the fuck they want. Maybe the UFC women are sitting in the front row of a WWE pay-per-view. You never know. I think
it's just slowly build it.
Yeah, well, they have to. I mean, for the most part, the UFC women are all very inexperienced, with the exception of Shauna Blazer, and that's it. Ronda Rousey has been training in secret. We have no idea about Roderick Strong's wife, who I don't even know, and the fourth one
she just had a fucking baby a month ago.
Yeah, and the fourth one I still don't even know her fucking name. This is the right approach to it. You can't overdo it every fucking week. So they did it 2 weeks, I want to say, and then Ronda Rousey was at SmackDown this week. You do it slow. Do it nice and slow. Slow. Build it up. There's no need to rush. Let's all take a deep breath, and we'll get through this together. And for the most part, I think this will be a very entertaining program if they do it correctly. This could be one of the biggest women wrestling segments in history if they do it right.
Yes.
If they do it right. I'm going to hold my breath and hope they do this right, and let them do this slow, and let's not rush anything.
I'm completely in agreement.
All right. We have a couple other things here. We're approaching an hour and 20. We should probably start wrapping up soon.
Yeah, I really don't have much else to talk about. I don't know if you want to touch on this stuff. If you want to kind of give it to next week or whatever.
We touched on all the things I really wanted to talk about, so we can wrap it up now.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up,
man. I'm feeling a little buzzed, so let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Plus, we got a smoky poos, so
we got a smoky poos right now. All right, guys. Please, if you guys are not listening to us on Podomatic or iTunes or Google Play,
and now Stitcher.
Yeah, we are now on Stitcher as well. We are on Stitcher, so
that's a big deal, people. Because a lot of people that don't use the iPhone do use Stitcher, Craig. So
yeah, you know what?
So we needed to be on that platform.
Believe it or not, my car has Stitcher integration.
Really?
Which I apparently ignored for the last 4 months because I've had the car for like 4 months.
We're so in touch with technology.
I've had a Stitcher app, and I'm like, what is Stitcher? And I'm like, oh, I can put my podcast on that. So guys, we are on iTunes, Google Play, Podomatic, and Stitcher for our people who watch us on our live feed. If you ever miss our show, you can always catch us on the audio version on those sites.
Yes.
For our audio viewers, our audio listeners, we have Facebook, we have YouTube, Instagram. We're on YouTube, Facebook Live. I mean,
Twitter, go to Wretched Wrestle. Not Wretched Wrestling.
Right. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at Wretched Wrestler. If you want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, everything else, we are Wretched Wrestling.
Please subscribe to us on YouTube as well.
Again, if you guys want a Gamefly offer, if you want a free 30-day trial, we are at GameflyOffer.com/WWP. That's for Wretched Wrestling Podcast. And we should plug our brothers our good brothers in the PWO. We have the gimmick table for life. We have the gimmick table. We have Raw is Bore. We have S marks a spot, and of course. Well, wait. We left out the Broadcast, who are our Australian version of the PWO.
Aussie son.
The Broadcast with a K.
There's our mates,
and we have. Those nerds, the Wrestling Nerds Alliance. Again, if you missed 2 weeks ago, my explanation of the Jerry the King Lawler story, listen to their version and listen to my version. Get the real news and avoid the fake news. Rob has joined us on the on the live feed and says he loves us, but he also fucking hates us and we suck. So,
you guys suck too.
We feel the same way, bro. We
might do an after show, so stick with us on...
if you stick with us on Periscope, we might be going live after this. Guys,
potentially.
Please follow us on all of our mediums. We're always here for you. We're always listening to more feedback. If you guys have anything...
We love you all.
If you want any more... if you guys want us to change the format, if you guys have any comments or questions, please send it my way or Fred's way.
If you want me to show my dick on television... live for you guys, that's fine. I will do that for you guys willingly.
Nope.
Just say the word, and I will show my fucking penis on.
You can follow us individually on Twitter. I'm Craig J. Dixon on Twitter. Fred is Robin85.
I think so.
F Robin.
I didn't really use my personal one.
No, he doesn't use his. But yeah, I mean, if you ever want to, or you can send us an email at wretchedwrestling@gmail.com.
I think Rob English from Wrestling Nerds Alliance does want me to show my junk, so
Nope.
I will do that.
All right, I'm leaving. I'm out. All right, guys, thank you for joining us here on the WWP. We will be back.
That was okay.
We will be back in 1 week for our WWE No Mercy preview. We will see you guys next week. Enjoy the next week of WWE programming. Peace out, motherfuckers.
I mean, I'm lonely enough. Right? I'm not. I'm having weird feelings with Corey. What, dude? That was fucking weird. Dude. He just fucking flipped me off like Stone Cold. That wasn't fucking cool, man. Like, I'm missing Corey right now, and Craig just fucking left me alone here on the podcast. So
that's what I do.
All right, I guess I'll leave too because there's no one else here except for me. All right, guys, it's been fun. Maybe I'll write. I'll do. I'm gonna write Corey. I know we have a restraining order, but maybe I'll write Corey a love letter right now. I let her know that even though we can't be together because I don't like penis and I am straight, that I'll let her know that I still love her. So, that's not even a pen. Okay. Alright, guys. I'll see you next week. Fuck it. She knows I love her. Love you.